Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Dell. I'm excited to have you here with me today. I'm hearing we're going to do something new, but I'm not exactly sure what that is. Let's get grounded. So if you want to do this grounding exercise with me, we're just going to take a deep breath in. So inhaling in, filling the lungs, and exhale out. And inhale in. And exhale out. One more, inhale in. And exhale out. Just doing a little shimmy or a shake at the end of that last one. So while we were breathing, I've got the message about what we're going to be doing on the channel today. So I'm going to be pulling some tarot messages with Tarot the Divine. I'm going to skip the channel portion of the reading, but what I'm going to do is I'm seeing to break it up into, how many? Into 5. So we're going to do five message readings. I'm going to let you decide what question you want to ask, and then you're going to set the intention if you want to. I'm not telling you what to do, but if you would like to participate in today's reading, this is what I would like for you to do. So you're just going to take a deep breath in, pick a number from 1 to 5, so 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, and you're just going to formulate the question that you want to ask today to get direct guidance. When you have set your question and you have your number together, you can skip ahead. I'll put timestamps in the description box, and you can tap that number and then go directly to your message for today. So I'm not sure why we're switching it up, but that's being very clearly guided to do it that way. So again, and I'm seeing to formulate the question that you want to know the answer to, what would serve you best or serve you most to know right now. You can ask that, or you can ask or formulate a specific question. And then once you have your question in place, then you can pick the number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and then go to that timestamp. So that's how it's going to formulate. So okay, yeah, we'll get into that. Everything you need to know about me can also be found in the description box. How to book a personal or private reading for yourself. That's only done through my website, DelleGoddessIntuitive.com. And any songs or resources or things like that, you can also find links to where those things go in the description box as well. All the songs go onto a Spotify playlist, so you can hit shuffle if you want to and just enjoy the playlist. It has a great collection of music on it. From all ages and times, so that's there for you to enjoy as well, or just to hit shuffle and get a channel message for yourself that way when you don't want to be on YouTube or look at a reading. So without further ado, let's begin. So if you want to pause the video, you can, just to ground and really breathe into your question, and then intuitively feel into which of the 5 readings are going to have the answer or your message for you, and I will see you there. Okay, so for question 1, this is going to be the answer that you are looking for. So 5 of Cups, you're going to get over a heartbreak, or it feels related to a heartbreak first and foremost, primarily is what I'm getting, or something that is dealing with a matter of the heart. So 5 of Cups talks about grief, but it also talks about there being a new dawn and a new day once we get past through the dark period, the heaviness of a period of suffering that we have gone through. What I'm getting is that you might be hesitant to move forward in your own life somewhere, whatever this is in regards to. It does feel primarily related to or surrounding a relationship. I actually see that it's more so your fear, the fear of potentially getting hurt again, that you're shutting off. They're showing me like you're shutting off the flow of life when you were too afraid to look or face life head on. I get that there's a lot of emotional fulfillment and a lot of wanting, meaning like people want to spend time with you. They want to be in your energy. They want to lift you up, and they want to connect with you. These are like new people that are coming in. It could also be people who are already around you, who are trying to help and support you get through this difficult time. And it could also be too that people who want to help and support you, even though they have no idea what's going on in your life, because you might not have chosen or decided to tell them about what's going on. And I'm hearing, let them be there for you. Let them lift you up. Let them support you. I'm hearing a song. I remember it from Hot Rod, if you saw that movie with Andy Samberg, so I'll mention that in the description box as well. But the song is like, Your voice is a dun 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 you. Oh. I'm not getting anything else other than I'm pretty sure it says your voice or something about your voice. So what I'm getting with that is like people who actually love you and care about you want to hear from you. So to reach out, and you're going to get the help and support that you need to deal with the situation that you are in currently, or that you currently find yourself in. The other thing with the Five of Cups too is that traditionally, and it's depicted here as well, we have the 3 spilt cups. So these are like things we didn't work out or didn't work out in our lives, and it could be like hope, promise, love, loss. It depends what's being represented by the cups, but I'm hearing like they were never meant for you to drink from anyway, because they weren't in alignment with your highest and greatest good. They weren't in alignment with your true self, your higher self. And we have the 2 cups that remain upright in the back, and that's the help, the support, the love that you know that you can count on, that's going to get you through this. So that's all I'm seeing for your message today. If you chose number 1, or if your question was number 1, I hope that this helped. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye. Hello, if you chose number 2, or your question number 2, this is going to be the answer. So for number 2, let's see. I was going to say, I got really happy just tapping into your energy. Feels very upbeat, and I'm hearing, is it Pharrell Williams, that happy song? Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. So it's coming through. Your energy is very different from number 1. So it's very elated and it's happy, and you have the Magician. So it's like, I'm hearing when you believe in magic, anything is possible. You can accomplish anything, you can do anything. I'm hearing is it the Pogo song, or you can dance if you want to, you can leave your friends behind. I feel like you just have like a really happy and fun energy, and everything is just, you're keeping it real, you're keeping it lighthearted, and I'm hearing fun and fancy free. There's no doubt in your mind about anything that you are doing, and I'm hearing you're on cloud 9. So that sounds like your message. I feel like it's just confirming that like all is well, you're doing really great, and it's just a confirming message. If some of you listening to this are like, couldn't be further from what I'm going through right now, it soon will be. I get that there's a threshold that needs to be crossed, like a chapter that needs to be closing, you walking it into the next one, and this is what's waiting on the other side. But it doesn't feel like there's a major overhaul or anything. A third message I'm getting too is that if this really isn't resonating, you might want to check on a different number, but you also might want to look into, it's like showing you what the possibility could be, that life can be this easy, life can be this happy if you allow it to be. And if you are not in control of any of your circumstances surrounding you, ourselves, because really we are in control of ourselves and how we react to a certain situation or something or somebody. I'm seeing that it might be better just to kind of give your worries and cares over to the divine, and literally just allow yourself to lean into the energy of fun and abandoning these problems. It doesn't mean that you abandon or walk away from your responsibilities, but I'm feeling where it's just like, in giving it to the divine, you reclaim your life back. You reclaim part of your life back that you're kind of ignoring, or it's being lost when it really could be reclaimed by having some fun right now. So the overall message is to keep having fun. If you're not having fun, create fun in your life in a healthy, positive, wonderful way, and just to keep moving on in that energy and moving forward. Okay, so I hope that helped group 2, or question number 2. If you care to, please do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye. Hello, question number 3, or if you picked number 3 for your answer, we're going to get into it right now. Let's see what's going through. There's quite a bit. I'm going to put them back and just looking for one card. So let's see. One question, one answer. All right, the World. So something is closing and its cycle is complete, and it's one that you know about, so this isn't a surprise. It's one that you are happy about too. There's like a victory dance or a victory march coming in, where it's just like, we made it, we did it. You could be graduating, law school or something is coming through. I can't tell if you're actually graduating from law school, but I'm seeing Legally Blonde where she's like, we did it, you know, and she's given me, I always forget what that's called. I've been to I think 30 graduations in my life. So it's like I was a member of the band, so I played at a lot of graduations. I know every part of that Pomp and Circumstance song. But anyway, it's like the, was it procession or reset? I'm not sure. It's that part where they give the speech about like they're, you know, the students addressing the class, or the valedictorian is, or something like that. But so it's just giving me the sense of completion, a sense of accomplishment with it, and a reason to celebrate. So that's the main message there, is there's a reason to celebrate, there's a reason to dance. And I'm seeing handshakes, so it could be that you were wondering if a job's going to come out of this, or on the other side of this, and I'm seeing like, yes, there's going to be an offer extended. It could be two things. It could also be too that I heard an offer of love is extended after closing out this major cycle or something like that. And there's reason to celebrate and dance and smile about that as well. So it could be too that two people found themselves, and you're one of them, just to be very, very busy. But they're having me stop there on it. It could be that two people have decided to find themselves. So you took the time to find yourself, to dive deep into self-inquiry, to figure out what are the things that you like, that you don't like, you want to have in your life, you're willing to do, you're not willing to do, you don't want in your life. You've done all the hard work of figuring that stuff out, and so has the other person, so have they. So that's what makes this unionship possible. And that can actually be translated to, they're showing me a correlation where when we do the inquiry and we do all the work, like through university or something like that, or any kind of field of study or apprenticeship, or where we're learning, or an internship, it's like you can't just hop into the job. You have to go through the schooling. You have to learn about the topic. You have to learn about yourself. You have to learn about how to do certain things, what the best way to approach something is, and then you get the job. Then there's completion, graduation, and then you get the job, because you're one who's able to do it now. You weren't before school. That's why school is necessary. Then they're translating that to like Earth school. So sometimes we have to go through these hard lessons, and if we can just be more explorative, or maybe you're finding this about yourself, that you prefer to go through life more explorative and curious, like a student would. It's like the lessons of love and the lessons of life are that much more enjoyable to go through and to move forward through. So yeah, there's definitely success, completion. I just get like a happy ending to what was a sad story, what could have been a sad story, but it's like two people choosing to come together and have their happy ending instead of something else. Last message with that, and then I'll close this part of the reading out. There was a movie I saw, I have no idea what it was called, but it was really good. It was, I think, were they Greek? I'm not sure. Or they went to Greece, but it wasn't in English. So I forget what country this took place in. I'm sorry. I wish I could remember. It was really good though. But basically, they got into a fight, this couple or something, and there was some arguments and disagreements that came from very different backgrounds and their lifestyles, and just how their lives were to date, you know, when they met. But they fell in love, of course. And it's there was just something so, I'm hearing that song, All of Me Loves All of You, by John Legend, I think. So anyway, there's just this all, like this love or whatever. At the very end of the movie, they have like the most stupid argument. Not to, I know this is a space of non-judgment, but in the grand scheme of things, it was like, really, we're arguing about this? And there was two endings to the movie, which is, I don't know if you like that sort of thing, but it was interesting to see, because in the first ending, they split. So it was like he went on through his life, they're both thinking about each other, she went on through her life or whatever, and it was just kind of sad. Even though they were able to move on with other people, it was sad. There was this melancholy, because what could have been if they had just gotten out of their way, like gotten out of their own way, if they allowed their true self to shine rather than the ego self. So then it kind of rewinds, it goes back to that moment in time, and she was like, I forget what she said, something like, are you really gonna walk away? And instead of walking away, this time he was like, no, let's, we're making up. And they decide to make up, and they have this like very happy life together. But sometimes I think it's coming up for a reason, that we have many junctures of moments like this where it's like, how do we want to respond? How are we able and how are we willing to respond? And if sometimes it's like, do we take the bait the ego is kind of setting ourselves up for? Like if I forgive that person, then that means that I'm disrespected, or it means I don't matter, and I do matter, I count, so I'm not going to forgive them. And it's really a fear response where I don't want to be, I'm afraid that that's going to reflect poorly on me, or like my decision to forgive them might reflect poorly on myself, because is it actually communicating that I am not worthy of respect, or is it really communicating I'm so afraid to let somebody in by extending them forgiveness? I know life is way complicated, and every single person's, like the intricacies of every person's story is so different and delicate, and we don't, it's you can't just generalize sometimes. But what I am getting, it's like there's this overall underlying message or theme of just two people coming together, and I'm hearing and doing it right this time. So I'll leave it for you to translate that message however you will, but there's definitely a lot of promise, and I'm getting like all of the happy endings of all the happy movies coming through my head. Specifically at the forefront is Lilo and Stitch, when Ohana, the family, is together finally in the end, and I'm seeing George of the Jungle with Brendan Fraser, great movie. I'll put all these in the description box if you want to watch any of them. And it's like, yeah, there's just a lot of happy endings and reason to celebrate. So, okay. Hopefully that didn't go on for too long. I am sending you all my best, hoping you're well. And until next time, take care. Bye. Hello, number 4s. If you guys picked number 4 for your answer, we're doing a question for an answer. So let's see what's coming through for you today. The Knight of Swords. So something is moving quick. If you're wondering if there's like a job or something like that, or money, or some kind of stream or avenue of income, there is a source that's opening up for you, and it is going to be coming in quick. That's one message. The other message is that it might be that you have to go after it, because the window of opportunity isn't going to be open very long, and I'm actually hearing much longer. So just to make sure that you are seizing the day, seizing the opportunity when it does present itself, and not to sleep on it. And that's the message. It's what I'm getting. So if that resonated for you, then that's the clarity that you need. And if it had nothing to do with in relation to what you asked, you might want to pick a different number, or it could be that this is coming up later on in the future for you. But they're giving me one last message though. It's like luck is on your side. So if you're somebody who doesn't like to be competitive or race against the finish line, try to get something for yourself, I get that there's some kind of luck or lucky streak or lucky break that comes in, that where it's like you're discovered, or your resume outshines everybody else's, and that's the one that gets picked out of like a stack of 500. It's like yours is seen somehow, and it's because Spirit, the universe, God is giving you like a lot of luck with this, because it's meant for you to go after. I'm hearing it's meant for you to explore. Okay, so again, hopefully that helped. If not, you might want to pick a different number, but I'm feeling like, and I trust that whoever it was meant to find and reach, that's the message for today. So translate it if you need to. And I'm hearing, don't be afraid to ask for help. So if you need help with doing something, maybe getting a resume together, or filling out a grant or a job application, they can be confusing sometimes. So to be sure to ask for help. Another message that's coming in is if you graduated from university or college, you paid a lot of money to be able to go to that school, even if you had a scholarship. They have resources on campus, and you don't even have to go there. You can call. So make sure that you're utilizing all of those fees and costs that you paid with your tuition. A lot of these campuses have career centers or event centers or things like that, where they offer the support for alumni, or for recent graduates or people who did graduate, because they want to see their name, their legacy carry on through success. So if you call, you can definitely get some kind of support or something if you need help with this. So that's coming through to mention. All right, other than that, I'm here and I'm going to get going now. So hopefully that helped. And until next time, stay well. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you another time. Bye. And number 5, if you chose number 5 or question number 5, this is your answer for a question. So the Chariot, something awaits you. Something, I'm hearing something awaits you. I'm hearing it drives itself. I'm seeing, I don't know if you've seen this movie Buffalo 66, where he's like, it's a luxury car. It shifts itself, but I heard it drives itself. But I'm seeing that scene in my head, so that's interesting. I'll put that movie in the description box below if you want to check it out. You could be from upstate New York, but it's coming through as like I feel like there's like something's coming in to help you in some way. But it's interesting. This feels like a little bit of like a decoding message. So I'm actually getting a veil of privacy around this, which is it's to protect, like, so I don't see everything, which is good. So I feel like there's something that it could even be too, you want to keep this hush hush or quiet, or it's something that you found out about and you don't want a lot of people to know. But I am getting, it's like something is going to drive itself, and it could be too that you're waiting for funding on a project or something, or you're waiting for, what is this? This is a little intriguing. I'm not getting a clear thing. I'm getting a lot of different things, but it's, I'm trying to make sense of, piece the puzzle together with what little I have that's coming through. I'm hearing snakes, 2 snakes. I don't know if this is a tattoo, and I heard it like a tattoo. So I don't know if this is something that's coming in from, let's say you are American or something like that. I'm getting, it's like something about like an import or something that's coming in from a different country, or you're waiting on something to come in from a different country. And something about the way that is being pronounced, tattoo, it's like tattoo, but there's an accent behind it. So I don't know if this is indicative or indicating where this thing is coming from. And I'm seeing like big shipment boxes, like the kind that are wooden that you would put, I don't even know, it's like a freight or something like that. And this feels like a very specific message, so I'm not sure how many people this is going to resonate for, but this is how it's coming in. Something about the 2 snakes could also be an organization, or it could be just like you're finding out about something, or yeah, I feel like that's more of I'm seeing location, so something about the location or locating something, having it to deal with 2 snakes. So I don't know what that is, but it's interesting too, because in the Chariot it's usually like the 2 horses. These are 2, I think this is like, I'm actually not sure which, this is like a Viking tale in this depiction here. So it could, Vikings or something about Vikings could resonate for you, but I'm getting like whatever this thing is, it pulls the ship forward. There we go, we arrived. It pulls the ship forward, meaning that you can proceed or progress with something. The key word there is progress with something, so you're making progression. I get that there's a lot of confidentiality around this, and I think that's why it's coming through like with little or sort of encrypted, I don't know, like this message is for you to decode, or you know what this is, but it's just there's like some secrecy around it because it's meant to be kept on the down low. So it's what you make of it too, and what you make of yourself. Are you going to be the one to handle this? So if you are wondering if you are able to handle this when it does come in or when it does arrive, I'm hearing that help is on the way to help guide you with this, but I think you're also wondering if you're somebody who is able to handle what's coming towards you. And okay, and I'm hearing like you don't know until you try. So there's a I'm hearing that quote, some men are born great and some have greatness thrust upon them. So it's really saying like sometimes we don't know we have to be great, or we don't know we have to handle something until we're literally thrown in the midst of it, and it's like, can I do this or not? And you find out then if you can or can't. I know that this isn't really helpful or encouraging or an endearing message, but it's just that's how it's coming through. I'm seeing, what's her name? Evie Pomparis. She was former CIA. Every now and then I see her stuff pop up on YouTube, so maybe you have too, or you're in this setting or something like that. But it's just, she talks about too, like if you don't feel like you can handle something, then where can you prepare more? You have to get yourself prepared, and you have to get your head in the game, where it's like thinking and feeling like this thing or like a person or whatever, to understand them better. So it's like I'm getting like elements of psychology to come into, and I'm seeing like, how would this person think, and then you can understand them better. But you're also understanding yourself better and how you relate to not knowing about something. So how well you are prepared for something really reflects how deeply you researched or you reflected within yourself about this. So I know it feels like a very specific message. We don't judge it here though. It's just, it is what it is. So I trust it's finding who it needs to. And sometimes I'm also getting a message of like meant to do something alone, and that you can only go at it for so long. So I don't know if this is like you can only go at doing something alone for so long, or you can only go at, let's say, working a job for so long where you're not actually supported in the way that you need and trust to be supported. It's just not showing up for you. So it's like I see somebody too also potentially, going out on their own and doing something and trusting themselves. So I think that's why it's coming through like with reflection and being better prepared within the self about like, okay, am I one to handle this? I'm seeing that. Start making a list. If not in your head, you can just jot it down like as a free write, on paper, and just write down all the times you had your own back and you held your own hand. And once you get rolling on that, like aim for 10, I think you'll be able to find like 20, 40, 50. It's like 100. And then there's the help that you need. Like, it's like, oh, I am actually way more resourceful. I know this about myself already. I just needed to remember. I needed to remind myself. Okay. That's the message. So I'm getting the sense that was delivered to whoever it needed to reach. I hope it made sense. It's not for me I'm just, delivering the message though. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave it there and stop talking. So hopefully that helped. Sending you all my best, hoping you are well. And until next time, take care.